Let's do the forward PE. Currently 29.33. By definition, we can obtain year one earnings from that. So PE is that. So earnings is current price divided by forward PE. It's always a good idea to get easily available inputs. There are other ways we can get to year one earnings, but forward PE is commonly reported. So just get it from there. Let's get the growth rate for years 2 through 5. Technically, it's 1 through 5, but 20.96. And there's some minor detail I'm going to do over there because they also have an estimate for year one growth. But we're already including that in forward PE. So we can basically figure out what year 2 to 4 growth should be given the year 1 growth and year 1 to 5 growth. But for now, don't worry about that. Just leave it as it is. Growth adjusted PE is 1153. Okay. Let's do the same thing for Disney. By the way, Netflix had their earnings announced. Market didn't like it that much. That's why it's down that much. Market actually didn't like the fact that they're not using the password limitations on password sharing just yet. Disney 98.74. Forward P 2410. Growth rate, I think it was higher, 2148. 10.07. So there isn't that much difference between them, okay? Once you adjust for growth. Given that we want to be, because most of the action is going to be on years 2 to 5, let's actually do this. Year 1 growth. Let me make this a bit smaller. Uh, 32%. $21.48. From that, I'm going to actually figure out years 2 to 5 growth. So if we think about the formula, G1 is year 1 growth, G15 year 15 growth, G24 25, I'm sorry. The idea is 1 plus G1 times 1 plus G25 raised to the power 4 should equal that. Okay? So we're going to basically solve that equation. So that means or 1 plus G25 is going to be 1 plus G15, 5 over 4 1.25, I'm sorry. Okay? It's going to be 1 plus year 1 to 5 growth raised to the power 1.2, close all that parenthesis. Again, I don't have to, but I like being on the safe side of things. So the year one growth number is already in the forward PE. I'm going to actually get that number from there, right? This is assuming 5% is a proper terminal growth rate. And it takes 5 years to adjust the growth rates. If that number is different, we will have to change it, but for now, I'm not going to change it. Let's actually put a note. Spreadsheet is done assuming that transition period is 5 years. When I do a modification to this to allow for time value of the money, I'm going to make the whole thing general. Okay. And going back to, let me see. Now that number is also not an input, but these two are. So for Disney, 1057. For Netflix, going back to Netflix, 322.50. Forward P. What happened to this one? Forward P is 29.33. From the analysis, first year growth is 25.20. 1 through 5, 2096. So the number for Netflix is 1179. Disney was 1057, hence Disney's cheaper. Let's apply this to another set of similar companies. In this case, similarity is even better. Coke and Pepsi. Coke is trading at 63.72. Has a forward PE of 2410. Financial analysis. First year growth of 770. 5-year growth of 581. And growth adjusted PE of 1598. See the difference between PE and growth adjusted PE, even for relatively minor growth here. Let's do the same thing for Pepsi. 184.96. $25.19. 850, 744. 1554. What was Coke's number? About the same, I think. Actually, it may not be a bad idea. Number one, just create a duplicate as needed. You don't necessarily have to remember things. Let's go back to Coke. $63.72. Forward P, where are you? 2410.